iPad Pro 12.9 inch, 4th, 5th, and 6th generation, starting at $2399.99. M2 chip, 1000 nits, full screen brightness, 1600 nits, peak brightness, high definition resolution, true tone for comfortable viewing, 1,000,000:1 contrast ratio, ProMotion adaptive 120Hz refresh rate, P3 wide color gamut, powered by over 10,000 mini LEDs to achieve extremely high brightness, using an array of light emitting diodes across the entire back of the display to fit them in the incredibly thin iPad Pro. Use custom designs that are 120 times smaller than in previous generations. Custom sized optical films and diffusers mix the light more efficiently and fit in design that's just 6.4 millimeters thin. Over 2,500 local dimming zones. Over 10,000 mini LEDs are grouped into more than 2,500 local dimming zones. Depending on the content, the brightness in each zone can be precisely adjusted to achieve an astonishing 1,000,000:1 contrast ratio. Even the most detailed HDR content with the finest specular, like galaxies and action movie explosions, are more true to life than ever. iPad Pro front-facing camera. iPad Pro features an ultra-wide camera with a 12 megapixel sensor and a 122-degree field of view, perfect for capturing photos and video for social posts, FaceTime calls with center stage, or epic portrait mode selfies. And it works with true depth cameras to securely unlock iPad Pro with face identification. 12MP ultra-wide camera, true depth unlocks iPad with Face ID. Center stage, using the ultra-wide camera and machine learning, center stage changes the way you participate in video calls. As you move around, it automatically adjusts to keep you centered in the frame. When others join or leave in the call, the view expands or zooms in. Center stage works with FaceTime and other video conferencing apps for an even more engaging experience. iPad Pro LiDAR scanner. The LiDAR scanner measures how long it takes light to reflect back from objects so it can create a depth in any space you're in and unlock immersive automation rendered experiences. And it works with the powerful ISP to more accurately focus images and videos in low light conditions and reduce capture time. Magic Keyboard, Apple Pencil, endless possibilities. Pro accessories, Apple Pencil, Magic Keyboard, and the Smart Keyboard Folio open up even more ways to use iPad Pro. Draw a masterpiece, take notes, or knock out a business plan. These versatile accessories are designed to take your work and creativity to the next level. Apple Pencil. With the power of Apple Pencil 2nd generation, iPad Pro transforms into an immersive drawing canvas and the world's best note. It sets the standard for how drawing, marking up documents, and even filling in text fields should feel. Intuitive, precise, and magical. Learn more about Apple Pencil. A new dimension of Apple Pencil. Apple Pencil Hover shows you exactly where your Apple Pencil will touch down on your display, so you can write, sketch, and illustrate with even greater precision. Watch apps and widgets expand on the home screen as you move over them. Preview your mark before you make it. See how your watercolors mix before you paint. Apple Pencil Hover makes everything you do with Apple Pencil even more effortless. iPad Pro. When Apple Pencil hovers over the display, electromagnetic signals emitted from the tip are detected by the screen up to 12 millimeters away. M2 instantly interprets those signals and determines the position of Apple Pencil in 3 dimensions. Magic Keyboard features a responsive typing experience and a built-in trackpad that gives you many more ways to work with iPad operating system. So you can write your novel, crank out a term paper, or rip through your inbox. And with backlit keys, you can get things done in any light. Learn more about keyboards for iPad. Keyboards that have you covered. iPad keyboards provide a great typing experience and lightweight, durable protection for your iPad. And they attach to your iPad magnetically. No need for switches, plugs, and pairing. Find the right keyboard for you. Magic Keyboard from $299. The Magic Keyboard is an amazing Pro and iPad Air. It features a great typing experience, a trackpad that opens up new ways to work with iPad OS, a USB-C port for pass-through charging, and front and back protection. The Magic Keyboard features a floating cantilever design, allowing you to attach it magnetically and smoothly adjust it to the perfect viewing angle for you. Comfortable typing, backlit keys, and a scissor mechanism with 1mm travel for quiet, responsive typing. Built-in trackpad designed for multi-touch gestures and the cursor in iPad OS. Wireless pairing and charging, attaches magnetically, double tap to change tools with perfect precision, tilt and pressure sensitivity, imperceptible lag, free engraving, matte finish, attaches magnetic. Compatible with iPad Pro 12.9 inch, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th generation. Apple Pencil Hover. Apple Pencil Hover shows you exactly where Apple Pencil will touch down on your display so you can write, sketch, and illustrate with even greater precision. Watch apps and widgets expand on the home screen as you move over them. Preview your mark before you make it. See how your watercolors mix before you paint. Apple Pencil Hover makes everything you do with Apple Pencil even more effortless. Works with iPad Pro 12.9 inch, 6th generation, or iPad Pro 11 inch, 4th generation. Make the move from GarageBand to Logic Pro. Stepping up from GarageBand to the professional features of Logic Pro is one of the smoothest transitions you'll ever make. For starters, you're greeted with interface, and your GarageBand projects from Mac, iPhone, or iPad open in Logic Pro exactly as you left them. When you're ready, turn on more advanced features. Here are just a few incredible tools and instruments you'll find in Logic Pro. Live loops for spontaneous composition, live loops in a dynamic way to create and arrange music in real time. Kick off your composition by adding loops, samples, or your recorded performances into a grid of cells. Trigger different cells to play with your ideas without worrying about a timeline or arrangement. Once you find your combinations that work well together, you can create song sections, then move everything into the tracks area to continue production and finish your song. More power to create. Logic Pro expands your creative options with a vast range of professional and shaped sound, diverse and versatile synths, customizable real and electronic drum kits, an amazing collection of MIDI audio effect plugins, and tons of additional loops. Drum Machine Designer, create and tweak sounds for drummer or your beat tracks with over 300 additional drum kit pieces and sound shaping smart controls. Alchemy, the most advanced sample manipulating synthesizer plugin on the market, with a 14 gigabyte sound library and intuitive performance controls. More power to create. Logic Pro expands your creative options with a vast range of professional tools to make and shape sounds, diverse and versatile synth, customizable real and electronic drum kits, an amazing collection of MIDI and audio effect plugins, and tons of additional loops. Chromaverb, high-end reverb, lets you add space and depth to tracks by simulating a wide range of real and unnatural acoustic spaces. Perfect for your performances, Logic Pro gives you loads of features, including precise tools and take folders to help fine-tune your performance and organize them into a complete song. Flex pitch, quickly adjust the pitch of individual notes or come up with entirely new melodies. Takes and comping, hit record and play as many times as you want to get your best performance. You can see and preview them all, and easily audition the best takes to assemble the perfect part. Mix and master like the pros. Logic Pro gives you the kind of mixing and mastering gear you find in a professional recording studio, from a first-class automation-enabled mixing console to pristine sound limiter and compression plugins. Take control and easily navigate projects of any size, from your demo track to an orchestral film score multi-track. Automate mixes with precise graphic controls or use external hardware to record in real time. Get up to speed at your own speed. When you're ready to enable the more sophisticated features in Logic Pro, turn on advanced tools. The flexibility of Logic Pro lets you experiment and progress at a pace you're comfortable with. An all-new creative interface for creators. Edit videos projects with immediacy and speed using your finger or Apple Pencil on a touch-first interface, completely reimagined for iPad. Find your best angles with multi-camera editing. Easily combine and sync all the media from a single shoot, then tap choose your best footage. Speed through workflows with fast cut automation. Accelerate time-consuming editing tasks by using fast cut features that leverage the power of Apple Silicon and machine learning. Spectacular titles, transitions, and effects all included. Polish your projects with a comprehensive collection of sophisticated built-in titles, transitions, and effects. Advanced features for pro workflows. ProRes RAW, color, keyframe. Next part of this video was written by Zach Hall on May 9, 2023, 6:07 a.m. Pacific time. This was nor revised or edited by Mikey VJ. It was written by Zach Hall. Mic drop moment for Pro Apps team at Apple this morning. Apple just announced that Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro are officially and finally coming to iPad. Final Cut Pro is Apple's professional video editing software that has been exclusive to Mac before now. The same is true for Logic Pro, Apple's professional audio editing software for Mac. Both apps will land on the iPad later this month. Apple says both Final Cut and Logic for iPad have been designed with a touch-first interface that turns the iPad into the ultimate mobile studio. We're excited to introduce Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro for iPad, allowing creators to unleash their creativity in new ways in even more places, said Bob Borchess, Apple's Vice President of Worldwide Product Marketing. With a powerful set of intuitive tools designed for the portability, performance, and touch-first interface of iPad, Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro deliver the ultimate mobile studio. For years, Apple has only provided iPad versions of iMovie and GarageBand, but these tools were no match for the pro-level Mac counterparts. Instead, Apple leaned on third-party app developers to provide specific needs iPad users expect from video and auto editing software. Starting May 23rd, Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro will be available on the iPad Pro for the first time. While Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro are one-time purchases on the Mac, both apps will use subscription pricing for their iPad versions. For iPad takes advantage of multi-touch, Apple Pencil, and more. Final Cut Pro for iPad introduces an all-new touch interface and intuitive tools, unlocking new workflows for video creators. A new jog wheel makes the editing process easier than ever and enables users to interact with content in completely new ways. They can navigate the magnetic timeline, move clips, and make fast, frame-accurate edits with just the tap of a finger. And with the immediacy of multi-touch gestures, push their creativity to new heights. With live drawing, users can draw and write directly on top of video content using Apple Pencil. On iPad Pro 2 with M2, Apple Pencil, however, unlocks the ability for users to quickly skim and preview footage without ever touching the screen. They can also speed up their workflows by adding a Magic Keyboard or Smart Keyboard folio to utilize key commands cameras. 2. Creators can view and edit stunning high-definition resolution video HDR, taking advantage of the Liquid Retina XDR display on the 12.9-inch iPad Pro, and apply color grades with accuracy using reference mode. For iPad, operating system also takes advantage of the iPad hardware. Logic Pro for iPad combines the power of Logic Pro with the portability of iPad to unlock an all-in-one professional music creation app. With multi-touch gestures, music creators can play software instruments and interact naturally with controls, as well as navigate complex projects with pinch to zoom and swipe to scroll plugin tiles. Most useful controls at the creator's fingertip, making it easy to quickly shape sound. With the built-in mics on iPad, users can capture voice or instrument. And with 5 studio quality mics on iPad Pro, users can turn virtually any space into a recording studio. Creators can also make precision edits and draw detailed track automation with Apple Pencil, and connect a smart keyboard Folio or Magic Keyboard to utilize key commands that speed up production. iPad users can unlock Final Cut Pro and Logic for $4.99 a month or $49.99 a year per app. Apple is also offering a 1-month free trial of each app. For comparison, Final Cut Pro for Mac is a one-time purchase of $299.99 and Logic Pro costs $199.99. Both apps require recent iPad hardware releases for compatibility. Final Cut Pro requires an Apple M1 chip or later, and Logic Pro needs an A12 Bionic chip or higher. Look for both.